honestly, this book changed my life. It taught me how to become everything I ever wanted to be. And it also explains why 99% of well-intentioned change efforts fail. Whether you want to become fitter, or a better parent, or build a business that makes a massive impact, or like me, all of these things and so much more, this is the blueprint. And I'd like to share with you how I use it in my own life and with my clients.
If you had to sacrifice all the things you've been working towards, advice for some things you just can't afford, that flight, baby, go ahead and just aboard. You spend your check before you get it.
Let's talk about that. When we want to make a change, we want to get up in the morning and do our run, we want to be more loving and kind, more responsible, more decisive, whatever it is that we want to change. The whole personal development industry tells us, okay, you have to be committed, you have to make a decision, and then you have to follow through using your willpower and being disciplined. Like a New Year's resolution. On the 1st of January, people all around the globe make resolutions for the new year, and a week later, all of them are out of the window already. The gym membership was started, but people don't go there. Why is that the case? Why can we seemingly not follow through what we wholeheartedly want? And it has nothing to do with discipline. There's a part inside ourselves that doesn't want this change, as crazy as that sounds. And the book is called Immunity to Change. We have an immunity. And that's not something from the outside, it's ourselves. We are basically torn between two things. We have one foot on the gas and we have one foot on the brake. One part of ourselves wants this change, wants to get up in the morning, wants to be more loving and kind and decisive and like whatever, but another part of ourselves doesn't want that. Because this part is not stupid, it just wants to protect us. It is scared by the consequences that this change might bring with it. Holy moly, the rain has taken over. Oh, that was a really good coaching session. I'd like to share with you an example of how an immunity to change can manifest. Like at the specific example of my client that I'm working with right now, he's very committed to be more decisive, to set stronger boundaries, to protect his values and his ideals and his standards, even in the face of resistance by other people. At the same time, he's committed to not rocking the boat too much, to be in control, to be well regarded by other people, to be a responsible friend, citizen, boss, leader, partner. And this made him realize that both of these or all of these are important to him, and it's basically one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake. To embrace more conflict and to be more steady in your own values and beliefs and how you think things should be, especially as the leader of a company, might frustrate people, might disappoint people, might annoy people. And if he's at the same time committed to not rocking the boat too much, these two don't go so well hand in hand. But the medicine to that is empathy, is actually realizing, nothing is broken with me. It's actually very understandable that I struggle to be more decisive. If I'm at the same time committed to this other very understandable thing that is equally important to me. So what we did is we moved towards, in the beginning, smaller and then over time, larger experiments to get into contact with the underlying assumptions that are beneath these competing commitments. And the big one is conflict will lead to separation. And if I believe that conflict is something that might lead to, in the end, me just being alone and people abandoning me, then I will probably not be very decisive and set strong boundaries, because in the end I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be abandoned. And through these micro and then over time more larger macro experiments, not only his head but his whole system realized not all conflicts actually lead to abandonment. Maybe I can be more decisive, and the resistance slowly over time disappears, and he becomes more free to do the things that he believes are right.
Money, ego, power, it's a pyramid scheme. All your likes are just to witness the American dream. Wealth is of the heart and mind, and what you see on the screen. You see what people want you to see. I bought a bag today, put misery on layaway. It's so much easier to buy some grace than process pain. My money loves me, my money trusts me.
I already have 5 of those and I keep coming back to them and buy more. When you have a favorite, stick with it. Stick with it. I think Steve Jobs had 20 black shreds, all the same. Clean.
I want big portion.
That's too big portion.
Okay, for the flavor?
You want mix?
You want mix?
Vanilla and chocolate.
Oh, that looks so good, huh?
And you want some sauce?
Oh, that looks good. Wow. That looks epic, huh? I will eat that. Thank you.
Papa, I want carrot.
Take it. Careful. Wow. The medicine to that is awareness. And that's so tricky because usually when we realize, oh shit, we are running with 1 foot on the gas and 1 foot on the brake, we don't want this to go away. Because we want to make the change happen that we desire. So the natural reaction is, like power through. But this will not lead to change. Meaningful, lasting change happens when we take the flashlight and look at all the parts of ourselves, all our hidden motivations and agendas, and realizing that we have these like different parts inside ourselves that want different things. So what I always do with my clients and my own process too, I suggest experiments. What would be a small experiment that could shed more light onto your different agendas, to realize that maybe these hidden assumptions that rocking the boat is a bad idea or conflicts always lead to separation and to being abandoned, maybe that they are not true all the time. And maybe we can let go of some of our protective behavior to actually, in the end, make the change that we want to do, being more decisive, whatever that is, setting more boundaries, easy and natural and not a product of willpower. What about that? Those left? Not that nice? Ah! Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Look at that beauty. That's Mount Agung, the highest mountain in Bali, seen from the almost summit of Mount Batukara, the second highest mountain in Bali. On the way up, I've been contemplating the two different types of changes and how we humans treat one as the other, and as a result don't succeed in our intention to change. There's technical change and there's adaptive change. Technical change is if I want to learn how to drive a car, I learn how to steer, I learn how to brake, I learn all the technical details that somebody could objectively describe to me, and then I learn them, and then I know them, and then I can drive a car. All good. So there's a first step, and there's a second step, and there's a third step, and a fourth step, and maybe even a 100th step, but there's a very predictable sequence of things that I learn, and then I know the thing. But most change, especially the more meaningful things, are not like learning how to drive a car. And I want to become more loving and kind, or more decisive and straight. There's not a first, second, third, and fourth step that somebody objectively teaches me and I do these things and then I am that. These kind of changes require me to change. And that's why they are called adaptive change. It's not just a skill set I learn, it's someone else I become. And they are so fundamentally different from learning how to drive a car. But the majority of the personal development industry still treats them like learning how to drive a car. But that doesn't work. Most self-improvement work operates on the content level, and as a result doesn't yield significant results, because adaptive change requires a change at the container level. We don't need more information or better habits. We need a container upgrade. It all begins with the questions we're asking ourselves, instead of what are the steps I need to take in order to make the change that I want. A question that is not helpful, except for when we're trying to learn how to drive a car. A better question would be, what do I have to stop believing about myself for my change to come automatically? And if we get an answer to that, the next question is not, okay, how do I stop belief? What are the 3 steps in order to stop belief? Again, this will not work. And a more useful one would be, which experiment can I take? How can I shed more light on the part of myself that is fearful of this intended change, that has a different agenda, that is moving in a different direction, which is, as we explored, fully understandable if you'd like to experience it yourself. In the description there's a link to a letter that took me the past decade, probably even more, to write. And it introduces my most whole, my most complete, most effective offering that I ever created, the Custodian Training, dedicated to those kind of next generation leaders in order to support them to live up to their mission, to develop the capacity to bring that into the world at scale.
Darling, 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 there's no need to worry. It's just a couple things. Just a couple things on my brain. If it's you another, there's no need to worry. 'Cause I can sleep between.
The side you have problem in the shoulder position anyway, right? So they all connected. But lucky you only have problem one, because a lot of people have hip impingement, ankle problem, knees problem.
I'm a side better. I'm a homewrecker. Give it up. I'm a third wheeler. I'm a side better. I'm a homewrecker.
Good. What would you say if I told you that you are part of the new YouTube episode now? Yeah. Until next week and the next question marks arrive. Clarity is always short.
I'll keep your best interest. I'll keep your best interest.
That was a long meeting. Very good. Jana's in charge of building the AI twin of myself. I did 12 years of coaching work already, and I was always frustrated by the limits of one-on-one coaching, as deep as that is, like hugely transformative. But at the same time, I have only so many hours in the day. And then on the other end of the spectrum, I could host like these big containers, big online courses, whatever, and they just don't go deep enough. But AI enables us to bring both together. So Jana's basically in charge of cloning me to scale my coaching practice. Very, very, very exciting. Made good progress this week. Although this new piece of technology is still quite fragile, I feel. In general, how we align these insanely powerful technologies that are at our disposal with values of truth, beauty, and goodness, and bringing them together. I think this is the big task for Homo sapiens at this moment in time, and we are doing a micro experiment of that right now. One more. So my personal process on this domain is definitely tennis, because there was a huge part inside myself that said, you're on such a big mission with the Custodian Games, with making the biggest possible impact to our global meta crisis, and still over the past 6 weeks you played tennis 12 times. And there's no bigger point besides it's fun and I love it. Joy is probably the greatest game changer when it comes to making an impact, building a business, really like creating something that truly matters. And I feel how much the tennis practice aids me, even though I will not become the next Carlos Alcaraz, that's for sure, but I just love it. And twice a week, that's the practice. And to overcome this, my personal immunity to change on that domain was very liberating, and now I enjoy it so much. And the little one behind me too. Maybe he will become the next Carlos Alcaraz. We will see. That was good, huh?